So we've all had months, days, years where there's too much to do. You don't have time to think about like how to do your makeup. There's certain products that you gravitate towards that you know work for you, but sometimes you want to mix it up a little bit and you want a different shade, or you think, oh, we're moving from winter to summer, I might have to change my foundation shade. I've decided to create this series where I focus on a smaller number of products, 2 to 5 products, and go in depth into the shades they offer and how they might work with one another. Today I'm going to talk about the Merit, the Uniform, which is a tinted moisturizer. I have 4 shades that I'm going to show you. Then the Minimalist stick, which is a foundation slash concealer stick. I have 3 different shades of that. Summer Fridays Lip Stain, which I have 5 different shades of. It's like one of my favorite products ever. And show you how it works with the Gucci lip stains and how you might want to mix those two together, those 2 products together, to get a more elevated look from something that's relatively simple. This series is intended to give you a little bit more clarity about the shades that you might be interested in and see the products in action and how they might work together, what products might go well together, a lip stain and a tinted moisturizer, for example. For those days when it's hot, humid, and frankly, you just don't have the energy to do a 45-minute makeup look. Welcome back, everyone. So in a moment, you're gonna see me talk about these products that I just mentioned, the Merit products, the Summer Fridays, the Gucci. I also have on the Tarte mascara. This is intended to show you some different shades that you might not be able to do on your own because you'd have to buy 4 or 5 different shades of each one of these products, and that gets quite expensive. But here on the channel, of course, I can do that. Some of the products have been sent to me, some of the products I've purchased myself, and this gives you the ability to check out different shades on me. You have an idea of what my skin tone looks like if you've watched me for a while, and it will also give you an opportunity to see how these might work together. Summer Fridays and Merit, I think, have a similar aesthetic. I think they worked well together, and these products are great, in my opinion, for the upcoming summer season. So without further ado, here we go. I know I look a little odd at the moment, but it'll be worth it. There are a number of products that I wanted to give you some updates on, and I wanted to give you some color swatches so that you could make a better informed decision. I'm gonna do a couple of these because there's so many products that I've picked up in the last 6 months that I need to do updates on. What I have on my face is a bunch of products by Merit. 2 products, actually, to be exact. I have the Uniform on. This is the Tinted Mineral Sunscreen, which I think is excellent. It's a great product, especially for the summer, very lightweight, has an SPF of 45. Then the Merit Minimalist stick, which I've been using actually for such a long time that I have the old packaging of it, which is kind of interesting. I didn't really think about the fact that they had changed the packaging. So I also have that on my forehead in 3 different shades, which, you know, interestingly enough, on my forehead doesn't look that different, but we'll get to that in a second. So on my face, I have 4 shades of the Uniform. Merit was kind enough to send me these so that I could swatch them for you and you guys can see the difference in the shades. So we have 26, 28, and then we have 30 and 31. Merit has come out with new shades. So I believe that these didn't all exist when they first came out with the product. So 30, I think, is pretty close. 31 is also very close, and I think might be a better tone for me right now because my skin is lighter because I haven't been in the sun. There's no sun in the winter here. 26, you can see, is far too, well, I shouldn't say far too, because it is a sheer product, but it is too deep and too warm. And then 28, I think, is a little too yellow. I mean, it's close. You can see it. It's like, it's not quite right. So I think of all of them, I think 31 is the best. When I show you on my arm, I swatched them on my arm, you can see it, I think, a lot more clearly because that's the skin on my arm, which is the skin on my neck. The skin on my face is a little bit pinker because of the rosacea. And I think you can see that it's the 30 and the 31 that are the best for me. I think 30 will be better in the summer when I do have a little bit of color. And then the 31 is great for me now. So I'm gonna actually put the 31 on my face at the end, which is what you saw in the intro, so you guys can see. But I think that might help you when you're looking at these shades if you're in my color range. You know, when Merit first came out with this product, I think it was the 26 and the 28 that I was looking at, and 28 works better for me, that the 26 is a little too deep, but you can see that they were more yellow in tone. These new ones have more of that peachy, almost pinkish tone, which works much better for my undertones. The Minimalist stick I think is interesting because when I look at these 3 shades, you know, it's hard for me to tell the difference really. They look quite similar. When you blend them out, I think you get a little bit more nuance, but still it's tough to see. So the one on the far right, this one here is linen. I think that's a little too yellow for me. The one in the middle is chiffon, which I think is the right shade. And then the one on the left is dune, which I also think works very well, but I just think it's a little yellow for me. Like not terribly yellow, but a little teeny bit. So I think actually the chiffon in the middle is the way I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna use it in my under eyes. I will tell you guys, if you can't tell by the way I look, I am exhausted. I've had just so many things going on and I haven't slept well. So this morning before I started recording, I used the Dr. Idris. This is the Depuffer roll-on serum under my eyes, on my face. It does really work. I do feel like it's a good product for that. And this is what I'm gonna put on as soon as I take everything off and then reapply the makeup. This is the Tula Glow and Get It. I love these products. Tula also has a really good primer that I use as just like an all-over face glow kind of product when I don't want to wear foundation, but I want something. I really like the Tula products, and I'll make sure that's down below. So in addition to that, I was thinking about products that would go with this type of look. Like if I was just going to do something like the Minimalist, or I was going to do something like the Uniform, and I'm, you know, exhausted and I just need to like clean up my look to make sure I look a little bit more polished. One of the products that I think is excellent for that are these Summer Fridays. These are the finished lip stains, and I have them on the back of my hand. I have 5 shades. I plan to pick them all up. The shade that I don't have that I really want is a very light shade. It's like, I think it's called Almond or something. It's been sold out. So you can see these lip stains are lip stains. Like once they're on, that's it. They're on, and they're really easy to use. The other products that are here are the Gucci's, and these are the Gucci stains that are like hydrating. And this is the mauve, which I have on my lips right now. And then this one, oh, what was the shade name? Hold on, let me grab that. It is Emma Rose Dust. And what you can see about these is after the glow comes off, which is very nice and very comfortable, you get this stain underneath that's very much like the Summer Fridays. So the mauve that I have on right now, I think the mauve goes really well with any of these shades. And I think the Rose Dust goes well with these 2 shades. I'm not saying you have to put them together because honestly, the Gucci's will stand in place of these. But if you're looking for like an outside stain almost, you know, like a little bit deeper on the outside and then like the gloss on the middle, it's a really good combination. And again, you can use them, you know, independent of one another as well. But I just think this is a really easy, good look on the Merit foundation, whether you're using the stick or the tinted moisturizer, and then a lip product. It's just easy. If I was gonna do a full look, I'd have a little bit of like blush and a little bit of mascara and blah, 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 blah. But today I just wanted to focus on these 2 product areas and give you the color choices so you can see the difference. I find it very difficult sometimes when, you know, when I see like this packaging online, I'm like, okay, well, what does that really look like, you know, on the skin? Like, it's hard to tell. So these are pretty, I have to say, they're pretty true to swatch. Like when you see the colors here, they line up pretty well with the packaging. I mean, I'm actually impressed with Summer Fridays and the way they did it. A lot of times, like with the Dior's, you see the colors online or the packaging, and then you put them on your lips and it's a completely different color. But Summer Fridays and Gucci did a very good job with the packaging versus what it ends up looking like on the skin. So I'm gonna take all of this off. I'm going to put on the Merit 31 and the chiffon so you guys can see what that looks like on my skin. And then I'll put on the Summer Fridays. I think I'll put on, since you got to see the mauve on me, I'll put on like this brown from Gucci so you can see that, and then the Rose Dust, and then the brown from Summer Fridays. And I will put on a little bit of mascara just to finish up the look. So this is the shade 31 and the chiffon Minimalist stick. I think it looks really good on. I think 31 is the right shade for me right now. I think in the summer, maybe 30 if I can, you know, actually, who knows if I'll actually see any type of sun. But if my skin does deepen a little bit, I think the 30 is the correct one. But I think you can see like how well this works on my skin tone. So the new shades by Merit, I think, have more of that peachy pinky undertone. So if you had tried it before and the shades didn't quite work for you, you might want to take a look at the new shades. The formula is very light. It's a clean product, vegan product. It works really well with my drier skin. I've heard it works well with people who have normal to oily skin as well. It's very lightweight. It's emollient, but it's not like, it doesn't stay tacky or sticky or anything. There are fine natural powders actually in the product so that it helps smooth and blur the skin, which I absolutely think it does. I don't have anything else on my skin today. I don't have any highlighter, I don't have any bronzer, nothing, absolutely nothing. So I think it does a really good job of setting down and blurring the skin. It's 1.7 ounces, it's SPF of 45. I think if you're somebody who likes like the Victoria Beckham drops or the Westman drops and that type of product, this is going to be a less expensive per wear kind of product, and you're going to get a similar result. I do think it is a really comfortable, lightweight blurring technology that would work for a whole host of people. So certainly something to try out if you haven't already. The Merit sticks are creamier, but they're not as creamy as, say, like the Dior's. Jones Road has actually just come out with a new foundation stick as well, which I will be reviewing very soon, and comparing it to like the Merit, to the Westman, to the Dior. The Dior is the most luminescent. There's something about the Dior that gives your skin a glow that none of the other sticks do. So it'll be interesting to see what the Jones Road does. I do have it here somewhere, and I have two different shades. The mascara I have on is the Tartelette. I'm really liking this. This is the Tartelette XL. It's a tubing mascara. It's a great product, great price point. Seriously, you should check this out if you like a tubing mascara. The Chanel is also tubing mascara, but I like the Tartelette a lot better. Just my personal opinion. I'll make sure the links are down below or on the screen. And the lips. This is the Summer Fridays Flush Lip Stain. Now the shade for this is Mocha, and these are made in Germany. They are pens. They look like you would, you know, like write with these. And this is what they look like when you wash them off. I mean, wash them off. Like I used cleanser to get that. So it's gonna leave a stain even if you wash your face. You're gonna have a little bit of a stain left behind, which I think is fantastic. And then I have the Gucci over it, and I think it makes for a beautiful look. It's something that is dramatic in a way, like it has, you know, some oomph to it. Like it's not just a lip balm. It's also fine for every day. Like it's just a beautiful combination, in my opinion, those two together. I'm going to do a bunch of different combinations with the Lipstains, but I think, you know, the Summer Fridays product is a really great basic to have. Again, good price point. They last a long time. There's a lot of different shades. You can mix them with pretty much anything. They're going to stain. Even when you wash them off, you're going to have something on your lip. They're not drying, and they're fantastic. The Gucci's are excellent. I love this product, which is surprising because, again, lip stains weren't on my bucket list for this year being like my favorite thing. But these are very hydrating, they're very glossy, and when they wear off, you just get the stain that's left. So these are also like amazing products. The thing is though, Gucci of course is a much higher price point, and my understanding is that Gucci is going to be changing a little bit the beauty line. So if you do really like those Gucci products, and like I do, I will be buying more as soon as I see them on sale, because I need to get rid of, I need to declutter again. And so like, I can't justify buying things just to buy them, but on sale, I'm like, okay, yeah, because I think they might be changing. I'm not absolutely sure. So hopefully this was helpful. Let me know if you like this type of video. Like I said, I'm going to do more of these where I take a particular product that I'm using all the time, that I really have come to love, and have several different shades of, because basically I've loved it so much, I'm like, oh, what about this shade? What about this shade? And to give you more of an idea of like how it might work for you based on the shades, and mixing it with other things. Because like these Summer Fridays, I feel like a lot of times we get into the product, we talk about that we like it or that we love it, but it's difficult to figure out what shade might be right for you or which one you might be interested in. And it's expensive to buy all of them in all different shades, but I can do that here for you on the channel. And so then you can make better informed decisions. So hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully you'll find this series helpful as well. Let me know what other products you'd like to see, like across the board, the different shades of, and I will definitely do that, or put them on my list at least. So thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you in another video really soon.